What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 2 of the Horror and Gore Horror Movie Podcast. Of course, is your host Dakota here. So, for my special guest today, we got my co-host of my other podcast, which is the Cinematic Boys podcast. My co-host, his name is Bilal. What's up, Bilal? How are you doing?
Pretty good. MBK's in the building, be chilling.
If you want to tell everybody where they can find you on social.
You can find me on TikTok with MBKvideos24. You can find me on Instagram with the same username, I believe, and YouTube in King MBK23.
Okay. And I just want to say, guys, welcome back if you guys are returning listeners. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day or wonderful week wherever you guys are listening from. But for today's podcast, we're going to be talking about Beetlejuice, the sequel to the long-awaited original classic Beetlejuice by Tim Burton.
Wait, 36 years for this one?
36 years, that's a long time.
Yeah, that's a long time.
But Bilal, what have you watched this week, my guy?
Like any movie or the horror related only?
Any movie.
All right. Let's run through goes. I saw Kill Bill. I saw the 2024 Rebel Ridge. Uh, I saw V for Vendetta. Obviously, I saw Beetlejuice. So the menu with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw Your Next. Cabin in the Woods. I don't know why I watched Blade Trinity, but here we are. And
It's not that bad. For a Blade movie, at least.
no, the first two were great though, and then the third
No,
one.
it's not that bad. It's not terrible. It's not that bad, though. It's not
Dude,
great like the first two. The first two are so damn good.
the first two are like some of my favorite combo movies of all time. They're up there. And then I saw Kill Bill Volume 1.
Okay, for me, guys. If you
Beetlejuice,
guys
Beetlejuice.
heard, yeah, watch Beetlejuice. But if you guys are returning listeners, we were talking about The Deliverance last week with me, Colby, and Ian. I saw that. If you guys were wondering, that movie is dog shit. I do not like that movie at all. It's my worst horror movie of the year. I finally watched House of the Thousand Corpses after Ian put that on his top 10 horror movies of all time. So I checked out. I checked out the menu with Bilal.
So,
And
what were your thoughts on House of a Thousand Corpses? Like,
I really like House of the Thousand Corpses. I really enjoy it. I love what Rob Zombie did. He took like a Texas Chainsaw feel to it, and he made it his own way. He made it campy. He made it a lot more brutal. He put his own twist to it, and I just really enjoyed that movie. I'm
definitely.
actually mad that I didn't watch it sooner. So
So,
really good. What is
is
it?
a recommendation then?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But have you seen House of the Thousand Corpses?
I'm not.
Okay, so yeah, watch it. Definitely. I bet you Ian, if he was here right now, he would tell you to watch it right now also. But of course, like I said, we watched the menu in the watch party, me and you did.
Yeah, we were
My,
dying laughing.
my first ever time watching the menu, I really enjoyed that movie from beginning to end. There's there's no plot point. Like there's plot points in it, but there's no gaps.
Yeah,
There's nothing that takes you out of the movie. It locks you right in from beginning to end. And Anya Taylor Joy and Ralph Fiennes' performance is absolutely amazing.
Nicholas Holt.
Oh, Nicholas Holt's great, but he's a fucking dickhead in the movie.
He's a fucking dickhead, but
Then, was you gonna say something?
no, I was just gonna say it was a dickhead. Connor's
Yeah,
bullshit was the funniest scene ever.
yeah, you're actually right about that. Then I watched the sequel to House of the Thousand Corpses. Below, I would recommend this to you. It's called The Devil's Rejects. I like it, but it's not as good. It's not as good as a House of Thousand Corpses. I still got above. I still need to watch the final movie in the trilogy, 3 from Hell. So hopefully I will get that to watch it this week, guys. Then of course I watched Beetlejuice. Then after that, I finally watched the original Beetlejuice to get caught up on that and like compared, of course, on this episode today. So let's get right into it, Bilal. Let's get into our main topic and meat of the episode. Let's talk about Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. What is your spoiler-free review on this movie?
Honestly, my not spoiler thoughts on it. I thought the beginning was a little hard to get through. It was really slow in the beginning, but once it starts going to the plot more, it was super entertaining. Having more Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice was absolute blast in the theater. William Dafoe, I think, was the standout. Every time he showed up on screen, I thought he was fantastic and brought so much comedic value. I think Jenna Ortega was great. I liked the way the set designs were in the afterlife. I also really like the fact that this movie has some really clever jokes in there, which really clicked for me, and they still have the charm from the original Beetlejuice that came out 36 years ago. In the beginning, it was a little quicker. I think I'll probably have a higher rating for it, but other than that, I thought it was a really solid movie.
Okay. So for me, for Beetlejuice, even though I didn't watch the original at first, I really enjoyed this. I had a fun time going to this movie. When I first saw this trailer and it was announced, I thought this was a Warner Brothers cash grab, to be honest with you. I thought, of course, Warner Brothers, if you guys know, for any type of the horror or regular movies, they like to make a lot of bullshit just to get money. So I thought this was it. But after watching this movie, it's not. It's actually good. I hold it higher than the original Beetlejuice. Just a little spoiler warning for
Juice is
upcoming.
loose.
Yes, the juice is loose. This cast is absolutely stacked, and they're phenomenal. We got Michael Keaton, of course, Winona Ryder, and Catherine O'Hara coming back from the original Beetlejuice. But we got some new additions of, like you said, William Dafoe, Jenna Ortega, and Melissa Benucci, I think it is.
Yeah, I think so.
Um, this movie is phenomenal, like you said. We get more Michael Keaton, and I really enjoy that in this movie. I think his jokes are really funny in this. Of course, they are in the first Beetlejuice, but I think they raised it to another bar, and it's absolutely phenomenal. The gore in this for a PG-13 movie goes hard. It's
I
like a
know,
hard
like
PG-13.
it actually could go a little R-rated at some points, which we'll
Yeah,
talk about later.
and with the PG-13 rating, they let one F bomb go off in this movie. Absolutely funny as shit, though.
Yeah.
The only problem I have with this movie, and this is why I'm going to say right now, I have it at 4.5 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd, is Melissa Benucci's character. I don't like her part line in the movie. It's not really should be in the movie. It's just there, I think, for connection of like Beetlejuice's origin story.
Yeah.
But she's like any ordinary villain in any type of movie, from horror to a regular type of movie, and you just get solved at like her plot point at the end.
Yeah, I think her arc was definitely the weakest part of the film, but her introduction, I think,
Yeah,
was
I
real
like her
solid.
introduction.
Her introduction was great.
It gives off that when people say starter horror, I feel like that's what you get. It showed like the horror elements, but it didn't show too much.
Yeah.
But let's get right into it. We already talked about our spoiler-free thoughts. So I'm just gonna say this, guys. If you guys haven't watched Beetlejuice yet, I would highly recommend that you guys go out to the theater and support this movie. Take your family, take your kids, go as a group. It's a phenomenal new movie. I think to go as a group with. You could agree with me, Bilal?
Yeah, 100%.
So, Bilal, I'm gonna ask you, who was your favorite character in this movie?
Bob. Wait,
Bob
wait.
is awesome.
When he died, I was so like pissed, bro. I'm like, why, bro?
No, I love Bob. Just speaking of Bob, they show Bob in the original Beetlejuice, and I
Yeah,
looked at the screen. I'm like, I told Mom because we watched the original. After watching that one, I'm like, there's Bob.
bro.
I love Bob so much.
Why did they kill my boy off like that, bro?
It's so
Man,
sad because you see that you like develop a connection everyone does with Bob.
yeah.
It's when what really hit me is when she first goes by the desk and you see Bob hiding under the desk.
Yeah, and he just cried. Oh my god, I felt so bad, bro.
But I kind of want to get for me. Okay, before that, for me, my favorite characters movie is Jenna Ortega as Astrid.
Astrid, yeah, she was great. Like, especially with like her not believing her mother about like, oh, ghosts are real and stuff, and then later on, she's like, oh shit, ghosts are real when she was dating that like boy who was a ghost.
And we will talk about what his story. There's so many plot lines in this, but some of them kind of go together and get coherent. Then, like I said, there's some of them that should never been there.
Like the main villain one, didn't really click for me personally.
No, but like you said, I think it's Jenna Ortega. I think that's what brought up this movie because a lot of people know who Jenna Ortega is, and a lot of people are going to go see this movie because it's Jenna Ortega. But her acting ability and anything, especially she has worked with Tim Burton on Wednesday, so
Yeah,
Tim Burton
100%.
already knows her acting ability.
But also, like, it was smarter bringing Jenna Ortega into Beetlejuice, because it gets like newer audiences into the franchise, if that makes sense. Because like Jenna Ortega is such a big household name at this point, and then it brings in like both audiences in, like the people who were fans of the original Beetlejuice could enjoy it, and then you bring in Jenna Ortega to bring in new audiences. I think it's a smart marketing way to bring audiences together.
Yeah, because you got so many audiences. Because just to that, like a little example, guys, Jenna Ortega is the young age, like our age,
Yeah.
and not only that, she brings in the Latina audience also, where she's part of Latino. Winona Ryder brings in the kind of that Stranger Things audience because, of course, she plays the mom in Stranger Things.
And the Alien Resurrection fans.
Oh my goodness, Alien Resurrects.
I'm sorry. I have to do it.
I can't believe you just brought that up right now. You lost my train of thought from that one, actually.
Oh, sorry.
Michael Keaton is just Michael Keaton. He's in everything. He's in Spider-Man Homecoming. So you probably got some MCU fans in there just want to see Michael. He's Batman. And this is why he's Batman, because of Beetlejuice, him working with Tim Burton the year before.
Yeah.
That's why he got the Batman role, I think. But he's actually he's a great actor. That's what I was going to say.
But like, my only issue with this movie is like Tim Burton never has too much of a diverse cast. Like, I look at his cast and there's only one person of color, being Jenna Ortega. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah, you're right.
So I wish there was more diversity in this cast, though. And that's why I feel most of Tim Burton's movies. Like, I wish you had more diverse castings, right? Like, give like people of color more chances in Hollywood, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see what you're saying about that. Let's go from that Bilal to some moments in this movie. This movie has a lot of excellent moments. So what is your favorite moment from this movie?
My favorite moment is definitely any scene when Beetlejuice is singing. It just cracks me up every time.
Oh, I love that. That was perfect. It
Uh,
was the no, I think the one scene part that I really enjoyed is when Winona Ryder's character is looking down at the model and he's just
yeah,
looking up and he's just singing and you can see the side point right down at him.
yeah, I thought that was excellent. Oh, also the singing scene in the end where like the quote unquote wedding was happening.
Oh, I feel okay. To be honest, that's one thing that they just rehashed
Yeah, they
from the
did.
original to this is the wedding thing. But can I say something?
Yeah, what's up?
Beetlejuice is a lot less hornier in this movie, though.
Yeah,
In the first one, he's looking up some skirts. He's talking about some weird shit and everything.
yeah.
But I don't know if that's where Michael Keaton is older now, or if it's just the teenage theme where
Uh,
all these people are grown up that grew up with the original Beetlejuice, and like probably our generation don't like that stuff that much. So Tim Burton probably
yeah,
is listening to that a
yeah.
little bit.
But
So
also the scene when the first F bomb goes, like when the boy well goes to hell, and then Michael Keaton's like, "Bye, fucker." I thought that was perfect.
I love that scene. My favorite scene would probably be let's see. I'm trying to think of one. There's so many good moments in this movie.
From Dafoe.
Oh yeah, no. I know what it is. It's when Astrid first meets the boy.
Yeah,
When she's riding on the road and she calls the havoc, she just goes straight through the fence, down the hill, and just slams right into the tree.
yeah. I mean, that's such an '80s like scene too, right? Like that's something that would be in like an '80s or '90s movie. Like you
Yeah,
won't see that in like a newer release. So like I feel like that's homage to the original Beetlejuice in a weird way, right?
I think it actually is.
Yeah.
So we were talking about the gore. I kind of want to talk about that a little bit. This score is ramped up, like you say, kind of go in the rated R. What scenes did you think? Because there's some scenes that I think that could make it rated R, but what are your scenes that you think that could make this rated R?
I mean, the whole ending sequence, man. Like the sequence where it's like kind of like a nightmare sequence for Lydia, where it's like you see Jared Tega's character like being married, and you see like a baby Beetlejuice coming out, and it's like blood everywhere. I think that could be R-rated. Actually, any scene with the baby Beetlejuice could be R-rated because he was like biting Lydia, and there's like a whole bunch of blood coming out. Like, pause.
But I think that PG-13 can't have so much blood.
Yeah,
Kind of like example, like a Blumhouse movie. Some of
yeah,
them are PG-13 and some have blood, but I think they were on the edge of it.
yeah. But also like the sequence where like the body horror kind of comes in with the villain, like when she's like stapling herself, and then the way she kills the people like too with like taking the soul, and it's like a goofy animation.
It's kind of like those blow up like chairs or mattresses.
Yeah,
You know how they go back down.
yeah.
They remind me of that.
And rest in peace, Bob. He did not deserve that.
Can we talk? There's a cameo in there, and I was not expecting it.
Yeah,
Danny DeVito.
yeah, Danny DeVito, but he died, bro. Like that quick.
It's a cameo that we didn't know about though, and that's a Tim Burton connection from Batman Returns.
Penguin.
Yeah, the darkest Batman movie, and Tim Burton in that whole entire four
Ray, have
movies.
you seen Batman Returns?
Yeah,
You like it?
yeah, I like Batman Returns. I think that's probably my favorite out of all four of them.
Oh yeah, the sequence where Pigman like bites someone's like nose
That,
off.
that that's the thing. It's the
Yeah,
dark Tim Burton just jumping off from this like the darkness of Tim Burton. Everyone explains he's always dark in his movies. I think the lightest movie he could go with that is not like a Disney property or something is Edward Scissorhands.
yeah.
But everything else, like I think he made Sweeney Todd, didn't he?
I think so. Yeah,
That is a horror comedy. Um, of course, Alice in Wonderland and all of them, they're Disney, so they have some darker elements, but it's not as dark like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Dark, but not as dark as some of
yeah,
those movies. Like his Batman movie was dark, but Batman Returns is really damn dark. And
yeah,
that's what Warner Brothers didn't like, and that's why they brought Joe Schumacher in.
yeah. And then well, dark like especially Catwoman in this movie, like the way they killed her off in the
Yeah,
beginning was really dark, and then how she gets her powers and stuff.
that's the thing I don't get though. Just before we get back on Beetlejuice.
Yeah, we'll go back.
The darkness of Batman Returns, right?
Yeah.
They didn't like that, but you want to bring him back, not only to do like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and those other movies, but you want to bring him back to do this movie, and this movie is darker than the first movie.
Yeah, 100%.
And was advertised for kids, mostly. You got the nostalgia, but most of this marketing is thrown, I think, right at kids.
Exactly. Speaking of Beetlejuice, what did you think about the character Rory?
Who was that?
The husband? Well, the one they were, Lydia was about to marry.
Oh, he was goofy as shit. I didn't like his character.
Most people liked him. I was like,
He was lame as
nah.
fuck.
He was boring. I didn't like him.
Not only he was a little bit funny at the beginning, but it's like the same thing. Like you can't overdo it, and they were really overdoing it. With
Yeah,
his
they were
character.
really overdoing it. And
The moment I didn't like that really embarrassed, like one of the most embarrassing moments I think in the movie, is of course, Lydia's dad just died.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, let's get married." What the fuck, dude?
Bro, I thought that was super distasteful to do it during the movie, right? Like, okay. And then Lydia says yes. I'm like, why?
And you can see Astrid get so pissed.
Would you understand why she's pissed? Because her dad just died, and then Lydia says yes to this Rory guy who is clearly doesn't even love Lydia.
And it's her grandpa's, and her grandpa just died also. So it's like, oh yeah, you're disrespecting my dad, but your dad just died, and it's like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, exactly. It was just really weird. And then I like the scene that he gets karma with like Beetlejuice like truth serum thing. Yeah, that was
I love that too. That was absolutely funny. He's like, I just did to get the money. I'm thinking, damn. I'm thinking you are throwing Tim Burton was throwing some shade into some people in real life. That's a lot of real life people.
Yeah, but like, I thought his character was stupid. I never liked him. No. But like, what did you think about Willem Dafoe's like police actor character? I thought he was a blast in this movie.
He is so funny. You kind of see a little bit of a goblin aspect in this.
Yeah.
Like the comedy of a goblin. Speaking of like, I could throw Spider-Man in there right now because of Raimi. Raimi is a horror director. And you can see the horror elements from Dafoe and the Green Goblin. I think Tim Burton pulled out a little bit, at least the comedic part out of it. But I really like his character. His design, phenomenal.
Character. A+. But I also love the fact in the interrogation scenes he's acting all tough, like he's an actual cop, but he's like an actor, which I thought was hilarious.
I love that. It's like a persona profile. It's like, oh yeah, I'm a cop. Oh no, never mind. I'm actually an actor.
Yeah, but like, why is there cops in the afterlife? Why is there immigration in the afterlife? I have so many questions. Why is there Soul Train in the afterlife? Y'all dead already.
Shit, to be honest with you, I'm like, when they said Soul Train, I'm like, okay, it's a train full of souls. Then I'm like, it's actually a soul train. I'm like, this is funny as shit.
I mean, the goofiness works. I mean, like, I'm questioning it, but it just works.
It's a Beetlejuice movie. I think it's the Tim Burton quirkiness. I think most of us have watched Wednesday with Jenna Ortega right now, and there's some comedy in it, but it's not the goofiness of Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
And we just have gotten into like a serious dark tone, and this movie is absolutely, it takes some serious moments in this, but when it wants to be goofy, it can be goofy.
Yeah, and we haven't even talked about what's her name? Kathy O'Hara yet?
Oh, Catherine O'Hara is phenomenal in this movie.
Yes. Bro, I feel so bad for her because she dies with this random snakes.
These snakes have no fangs. Gets bit. First thing she dies. What am I doing here? You know why you're here. I did not die.
I can't remember. I love the fact that she reunites with her love interest with like no head.
That's another part for the rated R thing. Oh my god, they just showed the dude's full after effect of getting bite, the little blood squirting out and shit. I'm like, holy crap.
But another thing I really like about this movie is like in the afterlife when Jared Take reunites with her dad and having goes like daughter dad moments in this movie. I thought that was really great. Especially during like sequences like uh take care of each other. I thought that was a beautiful scene. Good family scene in Beetlejuice, even though there's the goofiness, but there's like that emotional attachment, you know?
And I think that's perfect because she always thought that Lydia, Esther always thought that Lydia had nothing to do with her dad, especially like, oh yeah, he died. Like, she's just going on to marry this douchebag.
Yeah,
And you see during that moment that Lydia really cares
yeah,
about Astrid, and that I think that she still loves her ex-husband. And even though they're divorced because it's Astrid's dad, you see that family tie right there. And I think that's when Astrid like really clarifies with her mom right there. Like, once she already sees the ghost, so she knows about that. But how much her mom loves her and cares about her, that's what we see through the dad. And I'm kind of glad we see that. But I'm glad the dad is there because the little fucker who wanted to switch lives with Astrid,
yeah,
without that, or of course Michael Keaton's Beetlejuice, that shit would have gone so far left and been bad.
yeah. I like that moment there. Speaking of the little fucker, how do you fall in love with that guy? Like he's such a dork.
Hey,
Like,
some people are into that. Okay,
hey man, I'm just saying he's a loser. If you into losers, be into
when when
that.
when you were talking about '80s
Yeah,
introductions to like part scenes from a movie, you're right about that. Oh, it's the kid up in the tree house, and he's like,
that's what
"Oh,
I'm saying.
I'm up in
Yeah,
the tree house." I'm like, "Dude, you live up in the tree house all the time?" No, I thought it was a little weird that a 20-year-old was living in this tree house.
yeah. And then his parents are doing nothing.
It's a little bit weird. I'm like, we don't see the parents at all. Then we still
Oh
only see
no,
their
no.
faces.
Then he's like, oh no, I killed my parents. I'm like, oh, you a psycho, man.
Did you know that he was going to do something? That they were switching their bodies. Did you know that beforehand?
Yeah, a little bit. I
It,
can kind of
it
predict
gives
it.
it kind of give it away because I'm like, before everything happened, when they were doing like the little spells and stuff in the book, I'm like, oh fuck. I'm like, even though it was open the door, I'm like, he is trying to switch with Astrid right now. I'm
Yeah,
thinking this little fucker's up to something, especially once we got to the backstory of when that woman tells Lydia. No, the realtor woman tells. Yes, the realtor woman, right?
yeah,
Tells. Oh no, her friend tells Lydia that actually this boy is actually killed both of his parents, and she's like, "Fuck!" And I'm like, "That this is what happens. This is what he's doing." And like you said, with the gore and stuff in this, when they show the parents, I'm like, "Bro,
dude, they got away a lot with PG-13.
like the mom gets like the thing in her face." I'm like,
That's something you would see in an R-rated movie, to be honest.
"Yeah." And what did the dad? What happened to the dad again?
I forgot. I need to rewatch it, to be honest.
Definitely, I'm definitely going to be watching this when it hits Max, or if before it even hits digital or physical. But is there? Oh, let's talk about this ending blow. Like, let's hit it off right of this ending before we get into our news and subtopics of this episode.
I did talk about a little bit of it, but
But the one thing I want to talk about is the practical effects in this.
yeah.
Phenomenal. Tim Burton could have gone the cheap way. It does CGI because it's 2024. About every movie has CGI.
Yeah.
No, he said I want to throw it back to 1988 and do practical effects. The
Oh,
sandworm in this was
oh
giving
yeah,
me off
yeah.
Doom Part 2 vibes a little bit.
Little SpongeBob vibes.
SpongeBob facts. Um, when I was talking about Melissa Benucci's character,
Yeah.
how it's cliche, the way they killed her off, and especially the douchebag boyfriend,
Yeah.
that was the weakest death of all time. I think of the Tim Burton movie.
Yeah. I mean, the boyfriend one was good. Bye, fucker. Go to hell. You know.
No, not that one. I'm talking about
Oh yeah.
Lydia's fiance.
Yeah.
They just came by the sandworm. I'm like, dude, you just there's you had the little thing, you got the climax, and you just like drop straight off.
Yeah.
But of course, we got the wedding scene with Beetlejuice. I think that whole scene was phenomenal. Then we get into the nightmare scene. Then we end the movie. And then Tim Burton has said he don't want to do a third Beetlejuice. I think he should do it. You got the perfect title.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Yes. And the ending shows that Lydia is still having dreams about Beetlejuice. Because he has
or call it too fast. Too Beetle, too juice.
You about to say too fast, too furious.
The Beetle and the juice.
Beetlejuice. The juice is loose.
And just call it juice is loose. That works too.
The juice is loose. But I think that's about it. Below for Beetlejuice, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
I think we got about all the comparisons from the original, didn't we?
Yeah, I knew we did.
I think the only thing that I can say, one last thing before we go into our subtopics, is that there's more screen time on Michael Keaton in this one than the original.
I mean, the original, what? He had like 15 minutes of screen time.
And we got and we even got more of screen time with Lydia in this, which I really appreciate. But let's get into our subtopics below. Let's talk about what were you gonna say something?
No, just copying you.
No, okay. We got some horror movie trailers this week, or trailer just for one. And then we're gonna go into this topic in our subtopics. We got the first teaser trailer for Blumhouse's Wolfman, which is going to be released in theaters on January 17th. Bilal, I know you watched this trailer, and I watched this trailer. What are your thoughts about this trailer, even though we don't get that much in this?
It's hard to tell if I'm excited for it, because it's like a teaser trailer that didn't really tease me to be too excited for it, other than "Daddy, I'm scared." Kid noise, but like it could be good. We'll see. Yeah, there wasn't too much to talk about, to be honest.
I think this trailer was perfect. Blumhouse has fixed the issue. Blumhouse lots of shows, they could do it in their regular trailer, but with this teaser trailer, they have broken the spell of what they have always done: show too much other movie in a trailer. We got, like you said, we got some. Fuck you with that. I love Halloween Kills.
Halloween.
Hey, Halloween Ends is not that bad. Okay. Oh, they really don't show enough of Halloween Ends in that trailer. You guys know. You guys got all pissed about that one. But we got some words, like you said. Well, what was the line again from the daughter?
Daddy, I'm scared, or something.
That we didn't get to see the full design of the wolf. You got a quick shadow.
I mean, we saw his hands. That's something.
No, but like the facial recognition, like the facial look and stuff. I think that's the main part that we don't get. And I'm hoping we don't get that in the regular trailer. We got Christopher Abbott in this, and I think it's Julia Greer.
Actually, she sounds familiar. Was she in the Halloween?
Oh, she's gonna be Silver Surfer in Fantastic Four. Her first steps.
Julia Gardner,
Oh,
right?
yeah, Garner. Yeah, Julia Greer. No, that's Judy Greer in Halloween, the Halloween movies.
Oh, Judy Greer. Okay, never mind.
But I think that's about it for the cast. But let's get right into what I really want to talk about. At Universal's like Horror Nights. Yeah, that's called Horror Nights. They have a Blumhouse area for it,
Yeah.
and I think it's only shown up in California at the Universal up there,
Are you
Universal
gonna go?
Studios. Oh no, I'm not gonna fly out to California for that. So they're right now they're showing Meg like their things are like Megan, The Purge, a lot of Blumhouse things, but this year they're showing the Wolfman, and they have a design of like what the Wolfman is. I'm thinking this is not the final design. I think a lot of people think is one, it could be a transformation, or two, this is going to be the wolf that is the one who's going to get Christopher Abbott, and this is how Christopher Abbott's character turns into the Wolfman in this movie. It's a little bit creepy. There's not a lot of stuff that like unsettles me, but this design a little bit unsettles me. I don't know if it's just the actor like portraying it also. At Horror Nights, it's absolutely creepy. Have you seen it, Bilal?
I have not seen it.
Oh, Bilal, if you see this, it's so creepy. But besides that, let's get into another thing. I know you're not looking forward to this, my buddy, but Terrifier 3.
Terror 530, yeah.
We got some popcorn buckets. We got a popcorn bucket announcement. It was a leak a couple weeks ago. So technically, from right now, when this podcast is going to be dropped, hopefully I have it in my hands by then. Cinemark has an announcement for September 10th, which of course episode 2 will be dropped right now, and when you guys should listen to it, will be September 10th. Cinemark has a special horror announcement for a popcorn bucket. And it's been leaked that the Terrifier 3 design popcorn buckets have been leaked. So I don't know if that's it. If it is, it's kind of going to be a disappointment because it's your regular generic, like, a plastic tub and cup. I'm hoping, just hoping, they have an R head, like a popcorn bucket head. Kind of like how I got the Scream, a Ghostfest, and then the Billy the Puppet one. Just secretly wait. Because I think that Cinemark actually could probably leak these other designs to get people hyped. But I'm thinking there's something stored that they are not going to tell us until that day. So I'm hoping about that. I know, Bilal, you are out of the States right now and you guys don't have Cinemark in Canada.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, of course, I can't get your thoughts on this. But I'm just excited. I'm definitely trying to try to get one. It's my day off of work that day. So hopefully I can get one of those buckets and cups. Even though if it's the regular theme, but if they bring that art head, the popcorn bucket head, if that is released, if my theater's going, I'm definitely going to grab that thing. But a big thing I want to talk about, and I want to talk about this, guys, every week to keep up our motivations, our everything for content creation. Well, let's talk about some content creation.
Oh, yeah.
So, Bilal, I know you've been doing this for years, longer than any of us. And of course, this is a new crowd that is listening to you from the horror aspect. What got you into content creation, my guy?
I think what got me into content creation was high school. Not a lot of people were into movies in high school, so I didn't really have no one to talk about. And I was like feeling alone at the time, wasn't in the right headspace. So I started YouTube channel and started reviewing movies and put my thoughts into it. Obviously, I went through a struggle dealing with like a whole bunch of racist comments at first. Almost quit after my first video, but saw some support comments and that helped me kept going. And then later on, during COVID, I was depressed again, and I went to TikTok in 2021, and ever since then, I built a community, met great people such as you, and yeah, I think that's how I got into content creation. Was like being lonely, not having people having the same interests as to talk about movies and stuff.
And like, I'm not going to explain again, guys, because you guys heard me on the episode last week, and Bilal knows my story about how I got in content creation. I have Transformers, all that sorts of stuff. But do you have any goals set for you, Bilal, that you want to tell the listeners?
I think my goal is simple right now. Just get 3,000 on TikTok. I'm like almost at 2,700, so I'm getting there slowly but surely.
But I love goals. I think goals is the best way to keep yourself motivated. And like, you wanted 3,000, like, you are always motivated. I've known you for, how long is it? About be a year and a half now.
Yeah.
You are motivated to get to this 3,000 mark.
Yeah.
And absolutely appreciate you for that, because
Thanks,
a lot
man.
of content creators, like especially the hard content creators, and if you guys are listening, you guys know who you are motivated. They got goals, they got things, and it pushes them. A lot of people in the movie talk area, like where we're from, especially where you're from, because I'm transitioning over to horror talk, don't got a lot of goals and stuff.
Yeah.
You're the only one I see, and it motivates you, because I've seen a lot of these guys talk about like they don't have motivation anymore. They don't know what to do.
Yeah, I think the main thing is setting small, achievable goals to keep it motivated. Don't go for like a big goal right off the bat, because they're not gonna get there. Just like small goals to keep you moving, right?
And if any of you guys are, I'm gonna throw you some advice out there for anyone on movie talk that is struggling right now. You guys know him probably, because of course he bounces back from movie talk to horror talk. Chuck, shout out to Chuck, our guy Chuck, our movie guy. He gave me this advice. He gives us everybody this advice. Do not think about your followers. Do not think about your views. Post. Do not keep on looking at your views, because when you have a video that does bad, that's what kills your motivation. Just post what you want to post and be consistent. Post every day. If you think that you don't want to post something, pictures or anything. Because I'm going to give you an example of Chuck. Just a couple months ago, I bet you've seen it below, because everyone has been talking about. Chuck didn't want to post on 2 Saturdays. He posted the Milk and Cereal review and a top 5 horror movie ranking a week later. He got nearly 50 to 80,000 followers off of those 2 videos alone. And this is when this dude don't want to post, and he decided that let's just post something out there and see what happens. And this dude is literally right about at 130,000 followers right now. So if you guys are motivated and you guys just want to give up and don't want to post videos anymore, look at Chuck, because that dude right now is my motivation. Him and Kobe, they don't give up. They are grinding through right now. Like Kobe just posted a video the other day, has gained nearly like 3,000 to 4,000 followers from those videos, and like his Instagram is popping off. That's my motivation. I hate competition. If you guys want to compete with other content creators, that's the worst thing you guys can do right now.
Exactly. Yep.
Don't compete. Let that be your motivation to get better. I bet you agree with me below on that one.
Yeah.
But my goal I kind of want to hit 10K by the new year.
Okay, you got this. You're almost a 6K right now?
I'm at 6.2 right now.
You'll get there.
Instagram is a little bit rough, but like, for example, I'm gonna give you guys some goals for the podcast right now. And of course, you guys can't let this happen. Instagram, we're popping off right now. I'm collabing with Colby and Ian right now. I'll be collabing below on there when this episode goes up. We got 23 followers right now on there. My goal is to get 1,000 on Instagram by the end of the year. TikTok, it's a little bit of a struggle because the algorithm. I'm going to go with about 500 because I think TikTok, the algorithm is a little bit harder than I think Instagram could be right now. Even
Yeah.
though you got repost and everything on TikTok, I think Instagram collabing with people and having community in there, and the algorithm is just better. It seems like right now.
Yeah.
And YouTube, if I could go on YouTube, let's try to get to 100 by the end of the year. YouTube is a little bit. YouTube has the roughest algorithm, I think, out of
Yeah.
all the social medias.
But like, here's the thing about YouTube. Like, once you get the rhythm going, it's so much rewarding with monetization on YouTube, but it's so hard to get there though.
True, because like I got like 3.5 or 3.2K, but I can't get monetized. It's the watch hours.
Yeah, the
Once you
watch
get the followers,
hours.
the watch hours are tough.
Yeah, exactly. It's ridiculous. Also even getting what 10 million short views or whatever they want from that's difficult.
The only highest I got ever is when my Spider-Man viral video when I was on Movie Talk fully. It's my Spider-Man ranking of my
Yeah.
Spider-Verse things. That's the only thing that's went viral. Like over a million, I got like 2.1, I think, on there. And that's
Yeah.
about it. It's hard as hell to go unless if you got learn the algorithm and know what you're doing and you got the following, it's gonna be hard as hell to get through that. And Spotify, I don't really have a big goal for Spotify and Apple. I just appreciate y'all listening, rating. If we can get some good ratings, I would appreciate that. Some following, build a community because I see myself in about a year of this podcast. I want to release some merch for y'all. I want to create a Discord, a Patreon. But without you guys, we can't do that. So, you guys are new here. Follow us. If you guys like the podcast, follow the podcast. Of course, I'm going to try to get Bilal on some more episodes. Of course, Ian and Colby's going to say, they said they love last week's episode, so they're definitely going to be back on. I'm going to try to get more people. I'm going to try to get Chuck on this podcast. And like Justin from Slasher Talk, I'm going to try to get all of them onto this podcast. But that's the thing, because when I look at this, and this podcast right now, I think is going to help me and your podcast so much. Because everything that I have learned in these last 2 weeks from doing this podcast, I think it's going to help us so much, like advertising, weekly schedule updates, and that stuff. And I'm ready for not only me and you, but everyone Hard Talk to grow.
Yeah.
But one last thing before we can talk about anything else horror-wise.
It is smooth draft? Question mark.
I don't do drafts in this podcast.
No drafts.
Yeah, I don't do drafts in this podcast.
Oh, my bad.
If you guys want to listen to some drafts, by the way, go check out our podcast. We do drafts on our podcast, by the way. What is the one thing that you don't like about content creation?
I think it's editing videos. It's repetitive. It gets tedious sometimes. It gets frustrating. But other than that, I enjoy what I'm doing. How about you?
Editing is especially if you have a long video, editing's like pretty bad.
Yeah.
Comments. I fucking hate the comments.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the comments because I don't get any hate nowadays, at least. So it's mostly love, which is good. I think comments could be hit or miss. I don't think it's the worst part of content creation because you could get some really nice comments in there. Even if you get hate, there's like always gonna be a one support comment, no matter what, right? That
And one thing I found out below, like I really want you to go viral. That's the one thing that I really want you to do, buddy. Go viral. I've been on the viral side of TikTok. You think it's gonna be happy comments? Hell no.
no.
It's all fucking negative. The popcorn bucket, Spider-Man popcorn bucket video I posted about across the Spider-Verse, fat comments. That's what I got. Just a couple weeks ago, me and Colby talked about last last week on the podcast, Bilal knows about this. My Halloween video game. Video. I mean, you talked about this before even
Yeah,
Kobe saw it. The mean comment. And dude, I was just talking about a Halloween video game. Like, I can understand the Spider-Man thing because it's popcorn. But I'm
yeah.
just literally talking about a Halloween video game. Why the fuck are you bringing up my weight when I'm talking about a
Yo,
video game?
but here's the thing about these haters. They're all low lives. They're not happy with their lives, so they're trying to bring like people who are happy down, right? That's what their objectives are. But that's why I don't listen to them. Especially the fact that they don't even post videos. So like, why are they judging us when they don't even do what we're doing, right? So it's like no point of them hating. Um, I think it's just like stupid that they do hate comments. Like I feel like kindness goes a long way in like social media. Kindness goes a long way in everyday life in general. Because like if you're just gonna be hateful, nobody's gonna like you.
You know.
That's just a straight up fact. But
And
like
you saw the perfect example of what all of the hard talk did to that guy. It was not nice.
exactly, and I remember in the beginning that I got like some hate for the way I speak, right? And then there's like a whole bunch of my mutuals went and like talk shit about the commenter that was making fun of my like voice, like um, so like being mean is gonna get you bullied even further. So yeah,
That's the one thing I hate. Like, I remember when you got bullied about that.
yeah,
Oh, especially when you had one with a big content creator. I'm not gonna bring up names, but
yeah,
when that guy went after you, that was awful.
yeah, I know,
But I think I was around that time on the movie talk when you got made fun of from your speech and stuff.
yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
like it. That's the one thing I don't like. People making fun of people's speech. Like I have my Michael Bay video got made fun of,
Yeah, I
and that's
mean,
when I'm trying to learn. I'm gonna have some mishaps here and there, but I'm trying to learn. At least I post fucking videos.
exactly,
You're
and
sitting behind the phone, comment. You're making me my video better by typing little words and pressing enter.
yeah, but like here's the thing though, even like hate comments, that helps you. Like in the end of the day, it helps you get engagement. Like it sucks to get hate comments. I hate it. But it's like, hey, like why are you wasting your time commenting? Because at the end of the day, that benefits me more than the hater. Because it's gonna push in the algorithm, and if my mutual sees someone hate on me, they're most likely gonna defend me, right? So it's like that person's gonna get murdered in the comment section for hating on me for like no reason, right?
Yeah. And the one thing I'm gonna say is be fucking nice to people.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know what somebody's going through that day. They could be
Yeah,
having a bad. This content creator be having a bad day. Could be having a bad video,
yeah,
and you
like
just shit on them with a comment.
yeah, like some days I feel like shit, but like I hide like my emotions. Like I'm gonna post a video anyways. Like I'm gonna push through it, right? So like like some days I'm not feeling the best, but I'm still gonna post videos because sure, because it may cheer me up. I don't know. Like sometimes I go through hurdles in life and deal with stuff. So you know,
Yeah, I
I,
think content creation is one of the biggest like hurdles. People think it's the easiest thing ever, and it's not. You got editing, you got posting, you gotta think about people think about views, and that brings their moral down.
yeah, but like another thing about content creation that people don't realize is putting yourself out there is difficult. Like it takes a lot of guts for you to like go front of camera talk about what you love. Because like in your mind, you're always thinking, well, at least in my mind, I was thinking it's like what are people going to think about what I'm talking about right here? Like are people going to enjoy it? You're not going to enjoy it, stuff like that. Like that's like the psychological side of things that I need to work on. Is like I need to post what I want to post, right? And not try to satisfy others. Like hopefully I enjoy posting what I like and hopefully people like that. Hopefully I get that support, right?
Yeah, and I'm just, if you want to, we can end the content creation out there real quick. Um,
Yeah.
So I got one more thing I want to talk about. Me and you been running through our regular podcast. We've been running through the Alien movies the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We got an announcement of a new Alien show on Hulu and FX called Alien Earth. We got the first teaser trailer. It's nothing special. But are you ready for this Alien TV show?
Yeah. Hopefully he's not coming in.
Oh, fuck. Bro, dude, you just like really brought the worst 2 movies in this franchise. No, wait, I forgot you didn't bring up 3. I did. I just brought 3. Hopefully we can get some. I think it's set before Alien, even the first one.
Alien. It's called Alien Earth. That's what it's called.
Yeah, Alien Earth. Because that was the original plan for them to have Alien Earth and Alien Romulus on Hulu. Of course, Prey did so well, they decided to put Romulus in theaters.
I don't know any of these cast members, which just gave me more keen to see like your cast.
Throw me some names. I probably know.
Like Sydney Chandler.
Nope. Oh, let me look this up. That's the thing I want to look up. Because Alien Earth cast.
Oh, there's some representation as cast.
Timothy Oliphant's gonna be in this.
There's some representation as cast. I like him. Mo Bar Al. I don't know who that is.
Dude, it's Timothy Oliphant though.
There's an Iranian actor. This okay. Some diversity. I like that. You know.
I think that's really good that they have Timothy Oliphant. Because Sydney Chandler is supposed to be play Wendy, a woman who has the body of an adult and consciousness of a child. So she thinks like a child, but she's in a human body. Timothy Oliphant plays Krish, I think his name is. Wendy's mentor and trainer.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Synthetic. So he's a synthetic. So he's gonna be
Okay.
Oh, he's gonna be like the Andy. What Andy was in Alien Romulus.
Interesting. Hopefully they continue that Romulus story because I'm really keen about what's going to happen.
I want them. Spoilers, by the way, for Alien Romulus. I want them to make Alien Remus. I want them to do that. They brought it up in Romulus. Do Remus.
Yeah.
And the only problem is fucking bullshit. Ridley Scott's producing this shit. Oh, why Ridley?
Well, what do you mean Ridley Scott's producing? What's that
He's
about?
executive, dude. Do you see what we got with Covenant?
But did you not see what we got with Romulus?
I think he let Fetty go full a little bit more than what he could have done. I think he knew Fetty had it in good hands.
At least he started directing.
Thank goodness. Who's directing this, by the way? It looks like Noah Hockley could be directing this. Yeah, he's directing this. Let's see what his credits are. Let's see if he has any good credits. Oh, hell no, he don't.
So it might be cooked. This might be cooked, bro.
This match might be cooked.
Yeah.
No, actually, he does Fargo.
Fargo.
Yeah, the TV show. He created Fargo. It's still running for like 10 seasons. Let me see how many seasons they're in. Oh, they're only 5 seasons, but it's like pushed out. But they're still running the show, so he might be good. And he done some stuff on Bones, the crime show, and I like Bones. So he might have good hand. This might be in some good hands.
Maybe he'll cook, or we're cooked.
Or we're good. It said Alien Earth is expected to premiere in the first half of 2025, so we're getting this very soon. In August of 2044, a 16-second trailer, which we got, a teaser trailer, was shown. It was shown at select screenings of Romulus, but confirmed it will be premiere 2025. So,
yeah.
so if it's first half, so we're going be looking forward to this from either January to June. So we are like, let me see, 9 months away could be from this TV show.
And hopefully we see more good alien action.
Yeah, I kind of hope we get some more of the horror elements that we got in Romulus in the first and second act. Not that third act, no.
Wait, what's wrong with the third act, though?
I don't like third act.
Bro, that third act was so fire, bro.
But I need to rewatch it, though. That's the only thing.
Dude, that third act was a banger, bro.
But I think that's it for the episode. Isn't it, Bilal? Is that it for you, mostly? About Alien Earth?
Let me think about it. I'm still thinking. Just keep it. I'm just stretching to runtime a little bit.
Oh my goodness! But I think that is it, guys, for episode 2 of the Horror and Gore Horror Movie Podcast. So if you guys are listening on to YouTube and new here, hit the like button. Leave us a comment down, or leave me a comment down below. How you like this podcast? Did you guys like Bilal as the episode? Do you guys want to come back? He's coming back, by the way. Anyway,
or did you hate Bilal?
Or if you want to, just if you hate Bilal, if you want to. Let us know. Let me know if you want. If there's any improvements I need to do in this podcast, of course, because I'm just starting out this horror podcast by myself, of course. Because of course, me and Bilal do the other podcast, so I'm doing this solo. So if you guys have any advice for me, I would really appreciate it. And if you guys are new here watching this podcast episode, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notification, because I post reels, also not reels, but shorts also of our podcast. So turn on the bell notification, guys. Will tell you when I post reels and episodes each week. But if you guys are on Spotify or Apple Podcast listening to this, of course, I put the video version on Spotify. If you guys are watching to this, leave a comment down below, because Spotify has comments now, and leave me a rating of the podcast on either one of them, and hit that follow button if you guys haven't. Of course, follow the social medias down below. Of course, I'm on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and I even got Threads if you guys are on Threads. But guys, Threads. Yeah, I made Threads for this podcast. But guys, with that being said, I hope you guys have a great day, a great week, and I'll see you guys next week.
A great year.
A great year.
MBK out, by the way. Yeah, there we go.